My name is Adam. I'm not a flashy man. Not the guy who turns heads or makes dramatic speeches. I've always believed in simplicity, steady work, honest love, and building a life brick by brick with the one you adore. That's what I had with Elena. Or at least, that's what I thought. Elena was magnetic. You didn't just notice her, you remembered her. She had this way of looking at you, like you were the only person in the room. She chose me when many others wanted her. I never quite understood why, but I never questioned it. I loved her with everything I had. I still do. That's what makes this story so hard to tell. The first few years were beautiful, filled with passion, laughter, lazy Sunday mornings, and spontaneous road trips. We used to hold each other like time didn't exist. Our bodies spoke a language only we understood. She would laugh mid-kiss, press her nose against mine, and whisper, "Don't ever stop wanting me." But time is cruel. As months turned to years, something shifted. Slowly. Subtly. She started staying late at work more often. Her phone was always face down. She changed her perfume. It was stronger. Bolder. Almost sexual. Then came the distance. Emotional, physical, intimate. Our conversations turned shallow. Her kisses were quick. She flinched when I touched her waist in the kitchen. I chalked it up to stress, deadlines. I told myself it would pass. Until one night, as she slept beside me, I heard her whisper a name. Raphael. It shattered something inside me. A single name. Not mine. I said nothing. Just stared at the ceiling for hours, my heart pounding. The next day, I tried to act normal. But my mind was spinning. Who was he? A coworker? Someone from her past? Was this just a fantasy, or was she truly giving her heart to another man? A week later, she told me she had a late meeting. I kissed her goodbye and waited 5 minutes before grabbing my keys. I followed her. She didn't go to the office. She drove across town to a sleek, modern building. She entered confidently. 10 minutes later, a man joined her on the balcony. They stood close. Too close. He wrapped his arms around her from behind, kissed her neck. She leaned into him, eyes closed, smiling in that way she hadn't smiled at me in months. I sat in my car, hands gripping the steering wheel, chest tight with something between heartbreak and rage. I didn't confront her that night. I needed to know more. I remembered an old backup system I had used to sync her phone to my laptop. It still worked. What I found confirmed everything. Raphael. A name saved with a heart emoji. Their messages were a mix of passion, poetry, and pain. She told him how alive he made her feel. How his hands woke up parts of her soul she thought were dead. How she missed the way he whispered in Spanish while kissing her shoulders. She sent him photos. Not nude. But intimate. Her in our bed, wearing my shirt, biting her lip. He called her his fire. She called him her escape. I read every word. And then I did something I didn't expect. I watched them. I placed a small camera outside the loft the next time she went there. It captured them kissing, undressing, touching like they were discovering each other for the first time. I should have felt rage. I should have wanted to confront her, scream, destroy everything. But I didn't. What I felt was sadness. And a strange curiosity. He didn't just desire her. He worshipped her. He kissed every part of her like it was sacred. He listened to her breath. He laughed with her, touched her slowly. Carefully. Like he was savoring her, not just using her. And I realized something that hurt deeper than betrayal. I had stopped seeing her like that. That weekend, I finally told her. I didn't yell. I didn't accuse. I simply looked into her eyes and said, "I know." She went pale. She didn't deny it. She sat down. Her lips trembled. "I never meant to fall for him," she whispered. "I didn't want to hurt you." I asked, "Do you love him?" She nodded, slowly. My voice shook as I asked, "Do you still love me?" Tears filled her eyes. I never stopped. We didn't talk like a couple in crisis. We talked like two people who had lost each other in the fog of time and routine. She said I stopped seeing her. Stopped desiring her. That she felt invisible, like just a wife, not a woman. Not the wild, sensual, passionate woman she used to be. I told her I had been tired, distracted, but never stopped loving her. Then I had missed her too, but didn't know how to reach her anymore. We cried. Together. And in that pain, something strange happened. We kissed. It wasn't out of guilt. Or desperation. It was real. That night, we didn't make love. We rediscovered each other. Slowly. Honestly. Boldly. She let go of her guilt. I let go of my pride. She promised to end things with Raphael. Whether she truly did, I may never know. But she chose to stay. And I chose to forgive. We're still rebuilding. Day by day. Sometimes, I catch her looking out the window longer than she should. Sometimes, I wonder if his name still lingers in her thoughts. But when she wraps her legs around me and whispers my name into my neck, I believe her. Because even though she once gave her heart to someone else, she brought it back to me.